Welcome back for another episode of Ordinary Guys Bourbon. We are still on the road, still in Michigan, away from our studio, but we figured, it's game day. It's game day. It's Detroit Lions.
Green Bay Packers.
What better place to be than in Michigan, cheering on the Lions, and what's better to go with cheering on the Lions than another bourbon?
Right.
And we think it's kind of our obligation to society to continue to put out this kind of content, kind of cutting through some of the noise of normal bourbon reviews that may be the
confusing to people.
Confused, exactly. And so we're gonna do this another time. We'll do it again. And so we were talking before about how you were a beer drinker, you got into drinking bourbon, and now I see Mom every once in a while having a glass or two of bourbon. But she has celiac.
Celiac, and bourbon is gluten free, and can be enjoyed by celiac patients.
We're not doctors though.
No.
This is not a medical advice kind of thing. There are 5 million people that struggle with different types of gluten intolerance in the United States, and of course you should consult with your doctor. The distilling process, though, I think gets rid of some of the gluten that people tend to have reactions to.
Right.
So it's really a product for all. What a great American spirit.
Yeah, it's great.
Great American spirit. So today we're doing Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel. Elijah Craig, what a fantastic story this is. So the last time you were on, we had a product that was a new distillery. Right? Not a lot of history there. The exact opposite here. So Elijah Craig, no relation to Dan Craig of the Bond franchise.
Right.
But Elijah Craig started his distillery in 1789. He was a Baptist minister, a big advocate for education, which really fits into, like, my wife should be drinking this stuff, right, as an educator.
Right.
This should be like the official, and I think a lot of educators probably need something.
They probably do already.
Well, the Lord is not. But either way, active education, a lot of history behind this product, right, and the Elijah Craig name. Elijah Craig was purchased by Heaven Hill Distillery. I think in 1935. The Heaven Hill Distillery is like many companies, a big conglomerate, right? A lot of ties to Jim Beam and the Jim Beam family, which is maybe never more so told than the distillery. The Heaven Hill Distillery had a giant fire in 1996. And this fire was, it was on the news. You can watch YouTube clips of it. It's really terrifying if you're a bourbon fan like we are.
It's terrible.
90,000 barrels of bourbon.
90,000 barrels, 7 million gallons.
You do the math right there.
Right.
That's the engineering right there.
River of Fire.
River of Fire.
Wow.
Right. That's like a Johnny Cash song.
Could be.
Right. A Ring of
Ring of Fire. River of Fire.
90,000 barrels, and you think about it, these older companies that have established themselves, that's still a significant chunk of inventory to lose.
Oh, yeah.
And the fascinating thing is, after that fire happened, to rebuild the inventory, Brown-Forman and Jim Beam Distillery opened up their distilleries for capacity for Heaven Hill to replenish their stock.
Amazing.
That would be like a Ford plant lighting on fire, and GM saying, "Hey, build your Mustang here."
Right. That ain't gonna happen.
It would never happen.
No.
And I think you guys can watch videos of like Fred No or some of these older guys, Jimmy Russell, talking about bourbon. These grandfathers of bourbon, and there's more camaraderie around the spirit than business, it seems.
Yeah.
Right. And it's really a fascinating thing. This bottle here is toasted barrel. So what that means is they do the normal process where they age it in the toasted oak barrels, and then they finish it in a new toasted barrel, right? I guess it still conforms to the requirements of to be bourbon.
Yeah.
Right.
How many years?
It didn't say. My research was not very deep. I don't go very deep in this. Ordinary guy. It's bottled at 94 proof. Right, so same rules as before. We'll have the neat variety, and then I see you're still Frank Sinatra and your other one. So let's have at it.
Okay, sounds good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Real good. Real good.
Let's get to the scoring.
The scoring, okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm looking over your scorecard already, and this is going to be an exciting one. So Heritage, we talked about a little bit of the 1789, the distillery opening up. Changed hands a couple times, right? Or at least once when it went and became part of Heaven Hill. Heritage maximum score of 20. What did you give it?
I give it a 20.
Solid.
Yeah. Old company, great heritage.
There was, if you look on like Wikipedia, there's a bit saying that Elijah Craig was the founder of bourbon.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true. But a great story.
Yeah.
I gave it a 20 as well. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you can get anything as deep rooted in bourbon as Elijah Craig. So.
Right.
Taste and drinkability.
I give it maximum score. I give it a 40.
Maximum
It's great.
Wow. I liked it as well. I gave it a 32.
Okay.
There are some I like a little bit more. 94 proof is a little bit hot.
Yeah.
It's coming in hot, right? And it tastes a little bit hotter than 94 indicates, right? Like Wild Turkey 101 or Old Tub. Those are both 100 proof.
Yeah.
And I think this was a little bit sharper, right? Affordability. Now this bottle, I should have told you this before. This bottle is about $55. So that's the range here. So
I gave it a 25. I wouldn't drink this every day. I would drink it on occasion, and on occasion I would just have one drink.
I think that's the exact same thing you said a couple days ago when we did the last video.
Well, that's the price.
Would you drink this one more than the Barrel House?
I think so. Yes, I like this one more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you give it a 25. I give it a 16.
Ooh.
Right.
Okay.
And again, that's the beauty of our scoring system, right? I'm cheap.
Yeah.
Right. I love a delicious bourbon, right? And I think back to the days where you'd go to the store and there'd be Elmer T. Lee for $55. There'd be Blanton's for $50, $60. And everything was available and accessible, right? Those I haven't seen Elmer T. Lee in years, right?
No.
And I think Blanton's they pop up at quite regularly, but they pop up at a $200 price point.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And so but there's other offerings that are not that much different, I think, in the $30 price point. And like you said, you wouldn't have this every day.
Right.
But I think the affordability kind of drives into that, doesn't it?
That's correct.
But a nice bottle.
Nice bottle. Yeah.
Nice drink.
Yeah.
Design.
I gave it an 8.
Going strong.
Yeah.
That's a strong score. You got to explain yourself.
It's a nice looking bottle.
Yeah, but
Huh?
is it?
Yeah, I think so.
So I give it a 6. Right.
I give it I give it an 8. We're close.
I'll tell you, the cork is nice, right?
Yeah.
It's not just a plastic top bar on there, right? The bottle shape is okay. I like Angel Envy, right? Mom was saying that earlier.
Yeah.
She thought it was like an Angel Envy bottle.
Right.
Mom was also pointing out the bottom of this one looks like a full container of bourbon,
Right.
Where a lot of them have a big gap here at the bottom, right?
At the bottom.
And
Yeah.
and that's the ashtray phenomenon.
But still, they go by weight. How many milliliters? 750.
It's volume, not weight. I thought you were an engineer.
Oh yeah, volume. Okay.
So you gave it an 8. I gave it a 6. So
Okay.
overall, your score is
93.
wow. I'll give it a 74. It's still a strong score, not quite a 93. 93 I think is the highest score we've had in our very young, our immature
really?
history. Yeah.
Okay.
But so average score is what? 6, 10, 13, right? What's that? 19 split in half, 9.5. So that's 83 and a half.
That's pretty
See that Dr. Schloff math there?
Dr.
I kind of bend things together.
83 and a half.
Yep.
Okay. This one's good. I like it.